Good evening. This is the May 7th, 2026 meeting of the Lowell License Commission. Secretary Pius, has the meeting been posted?
It has.
First item, roll call, please.
Commission Chair Donahue.
Here.
Commissioner Krieger.
Here.
Commissioner Mercier.
Here.
Commissioner Tang.
Here.
Commissioner Underwood.
Here.
5 present, none absent. First is the acceptance of the April 23rd, 2026 minutes.
Move approval by Commissioner Krieger, second by Commissioner...
No, not me.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's right. You,
I
Commissioner
wasn't
Mercier, and second by Commissioner Underwood. All those in favor?
Aye.
Three. Aye. Thank you.
Application by Rachel Chandler, Hive Public Market, for a special one-day license to sell, dispense wines and malt beverages only for WUML Cyber Goth Hive Mind, to be held on Friday, June 5th, 2026, from 7 to 11 p.m. at Hive Public Market, 101 Page Street.
Good evening. Could I have your name and address for the record?
Rachel Chandler, 101 Page.
Good evening. Rachel, you want to tell us about what you're planning to do on June 5th?
Yes, so this is a repeat event. This is a group of community members from UML who are trying to make a connection with each other.
Just hang on. Sir?
He's turning it down, off.
Thank you. Go ahead. Sorry.
That's okay. It is a group of individuals making a connection, making community through dance. It's really sort of dance and music focused, but we're doing beer and wine. If you don't mind, if it's okay to ask now, I do have a request for a detail change on that application.
What would that be?
They're looking to do the 6th instead of the 5th.
So you're asking for a change from Friday to Saturday,
Correct.
June 6th? Secretary Pius, is that
It's good.
fine? Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. You have a question? Any questions? from the committee?
I'm prepared to move, yes.
Okay. To the amended application for Saturday, June 6th, motion is moved by Commissioner Krieger, second by Commissioner Tang. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All set.
Thanks for your time.
Good luck.
Applications by Steve Severson for 4 special one-day licenses to sell, dispense wines only for the following events at Arts League of Lowell, 307 Market Street. Saturday, May 16th, 2026, 3 to 5 p.m., Gates Block Artist Reception. Saturday, June 6th, 2026, 3 to 5 p.m., the Wu Wei Mind of Ink Reception. Saturday, July 11th, 2026, from 3 to 5 p.m., Considering the Third Dimension Reception. And Saturday, July 18th, 2026, from 3 to 5 p.m., Norma von Fricken Reception.
Okay. For the record, your name and address?
Steve Severson, 269 Dutton.
Okay, Steve, I thought the last time we saw you, we wouldn't see you for a while again.
Yeah, some things popped up that I wasn't expecting.
That's good. That's good. These are your usual exhibitions?
Yep, usual receptions for
Okay.
art exhibits.
And tip certified? Your bartenders are tip certified?
Yep, we have 2 of them tip certified.
Great. Question, I know that he...
The first item, is that going to be Bill Gates? We get to meet him?
No, unfortunately.
Okay.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Commissioner Mercier to approve, second by Commissioner Underwood. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Good luck, Steve.
Thank you.
Application by Amanda Etinge for a special one-day license to sell, dispense wines and malt beverages only for an MBU Youth Cultural Association fundraiser on Saturday, May 30th, 2026, from 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. at the Hellenic Center, 41 Broadway Street. Amanda's joining us on Zoom.
It's straight from the dentist. You can use that envelope.
Hi, this is Amanda Finger.
Amanda,
Yes, please.
for the record, your name and address?
Amanda Finger, 31 Windham Drive in Hudson, New Hampshire.
Okay, Amanda, tell us, what's an MBU Youth Cultural
It's called
Association?
Mbu. It's the name of my village. It's a tribe. It's called Mbu. So Mbu is the name of a village. In Cameroon, we are the youth in the village. We're doing a fundraiser to try to help our brothers and sisters who are back home, provide them with education.
Okay, Amanda, this will be a usual tip certified bartenders?
Yes, sir.
And how many people do you think you'll have?
I'm thinking 120, 150, not a large
Okay.
crowd.
Okay, commissioners, any questions?
No.
No questions? Move approved by Commissioner Krieger, second by Commissioner Underwood. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, Amanda. Good luck.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Application by Deborah Motu for a special events permit for amplified outdoor public entertainment for the Lowell Community Charter Public School Annual Block Party to be held on Friday, June 5th, 2026, from 3 to 8 p.m. at 206 Jackson Street.
For the record, your name and address?
My name is Deborah Motu. The school address is 206 Jackson Street, Lowell, Massachusetts.
And is this a family affair type party, or?
Quite so. It is for the school. It is a repeated successful event for the past decade and a half. It is a block party.
Okay, any questions by the commissioners?
No.
Move approved by Commissioner Mercia, second by Commissioner Tang. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Application by Penny Hamargus for a special one-day license to sell, dispense malt beverages and wines for an amplified outdoor public entertainment permit for Acre Night Market, service and entertainment to be held Thursday, June 4th, 2026, at Worthen House, 141 and 152 Worthen Street, including the parking lot, approved outdoor seating, and the attached alley.
For the record, your name and address?
Penny Hamurgis, 91 Mount Washington, Lowell, Mass.
Okay, Penny, you want to tell us a little bit about this event?
Okay, I'm going to have Nick tell you about the event.
Hi, for the record, Nick Schoenberger. I'm the TDI Fellow in Lowell with Mass Development. The Acre Night Market is going to be a celebration of an initiative here in Lowell called Taste the Acre. It is kind of the culmination of the 4 years actually, of the Taste the Acre program in Lowell in the Acre neighborhood. We'll feature local restaurants, all restaurants from Lowell, specifically in the neighborhood, and we'll be having that over at with the support of the Worthen at the parking lot.
Okay, it's going to be across the street.
Yeah, in 152 in the parking lot,
I know you've held a couple of events over there before,
like the Folk Fest events, yeah?
and I'm just trying to remember, was thinking of people crossing the street.
No, it's going to be fenced in, as usual, and nobody will be going across with alcohol.
Okay, very good. Any questions from the commissioners?
I got a quick question.
Go ahead.
Sorry, the street's going to be shut down, right? As far as,
Yeah,
is
that's
there a
correct.
barrier? It looks like there's a barrier going across the street.
Oh,
That's right. Yeah, we did. We were able to get a permission to close off the road there.
oh, good.
Thank you.
That's even better.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Commissioner Mercia, second by Commissioner Krieger. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Good luck.
Thank you.
Application by Vidong Pitch, owner of Fork Included LLC, doing business as Fork and Mill City, for common vittler license for premises at 108 Merrimack Street.
Good evening. For the record, your name and address?
Woodonpig, 108 Merrimack Street.
Okay, what are you doing with a new location?
Yes, it's a new location.
Okay. Anything changed as far as your food?
We're 100% gluten-free now.
Any questions by any of the commissioners? No?
No.
Move approved by Commissioner Tang, second by Commissioner Underwood. All those in favor?
Aye.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Application by Bunny's Diner LLC, Stephanie Southworth LLC manager for a common vittler license for premises at 1250 Lawrence Street.
Okay, your name and address for the record?
Stephanie Southworth, and the diner is located on 1250 Lawrence Street in Lowell.
Stephanie, you want to tell us something about your new endeavor?
Sure. I purchased the diner off of Brian Fitzpatrick, and we are in the process of transitioning ownership this past week, and I will keep everything exactly the same that he has currently for food and menu and the staff as well. And we're essentially just changing out the cook and the owner.
Okay. Any questions?
Nope.
No questions? Move approved by Commissioner Mercia, seconded by Commissioner Underwood. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
And good luck.
Application by Shaga Culinary Company, LLC, Alton Sherry, LLC manager for common vittler license for premises at 15 Kearney Street.
Could I have your name and address for the record?
15 Kearney Square, Lowell, downtown.
Okay, you want to tell us something about your new endeavor?
It's going to be a Mediterranean restaurant, fresh pastas and small appetizers from Greece and Spain.
I'm sorry, I didn't get you. What kind of food?
Mediterranean.
Mediterranean, okay. Any questions from anyone? It's at 15 counties.
Actually, yeah. What was there before?
It used to be an Asian restaurant, Blue Daler.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Any other questions? No. Move approved by Commissioner Tang, second by Commissioner Underwood. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Application by And Cruz LLC, Melissa Cruz LLC manager for a secondhand goods license for premises at 101 Page Street in Hive Public Market.
Good evening. Could you give us your name and address for the record?
Yes, hi, my name is Melissa Cruz, and the address is 101 Page Street at the Hive Public Market.
Okay, and you want to tell us about what you're going to be doing for secondhand goods?
Yeah, we currently have a boutique at the Hive Public Market. We sell secondhand vintage items, and we also love to support local artists and designers as well.
Okay. Have you ever done this before?
This is our first brick and mortar, but we did have a studio in Somerville where it was just appointment only.
Okay. Any questions from any of the board? No. Move approved by Commissioner Krieger, second by Commissioner Mercia. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Good luck.
Application by Bienvenido Chalas, LLC manager of AB Auto Group, LLC for a Class 2 used auto dealer license for 1570 Middlesex Street.
Good evening. Your name and address for the record, please.
Good evening. Bienvenido Chalas, 12 Commonwealth Ave, North Andover.
You want to tell us a little bit about what you're planning for this lot?
Well, I purchased property about 4 or 5 months ago. So I applied to convert it. It was a salon before, converted to a car dealership. As I stated on the other board before, I do high-end vehicles and wholesale. So it won't be much of like a typical dealer. So most of my sales are online. But we want to have an office where clients can come in as well and do their own shopping.
Okay.
Like typical.
You purchased the property?
Yes, I did.
Good. Okay.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Now, you had to go before the Zoning Board of Appeals?
Yes, I did.
And they granted you permission?
Yes.
As far as they're concerned, with some stipulations?
Correct.
Correct, okay. Any questions from the board?
Yes. What were the stipulations?
It was, well, number one of the stipulations was they wanted to divide like the sidewalk, make sure there was a line dividing the sidewalk with the property line. That was one of them. And the other thing was the snow removal.
You got it?
Oh, okay. Consideration.
Yeah.
So there was something about a pedestrian walkway or?
Correct.
Oh, okay.
That's a line they're fading away right now, but we are planning on painting all that and coning it out, coning the whole lot.
So you'll comply with whatever the zoning board wanted?
Yeah, it should be there showing, we make sure we stated on the drawings, everything that was requested,
Thank you.
of course.
You want to move with the...
I have a question.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Cliff.
So you have one parking space for customers?
Correct.
Is that enough?
Again, if we go by the law, it's one parking spot for every 10 cars.
Okay.
And I only have 8 parking. Again, most of my sales are online. I don't really, it's not a typical car dealership.
And and there are two spaces for employees?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Commissioner Mercia moves approval with the stipulations as outlined by the zoning board of appeals. Second on that?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Krieger. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye. Good luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Have a great one.
Public hearing for an application by Aramark Educational Services, LLC, doing business as Lulacher Park. Patrick Fitzgibbons, proposed license manager for a new all-alcoholic beverages restaurant license for 450 Aiken Street.
Good evening. Your name and address for the record?
Good evening. My name is Dawson Cooper. I'm an attorney from Upton, Cannell, and Devlin. I'm here tonight on behalf of Aramark Educational Services, LLC, and their application for a new Section 12 all-alcohol license at 450 Aiken Street. I'm joined tonight by Patrick Fitzgibbons, who is, apologies, the proposed manager of record at this location. Aramark is seeking this license to be able to serve beer, canned cocktails, and other beverages during both UMass Lowell and Lowell Spinners baseball games, as well as any other events that may be booked at the ballpark. The public need for this application is obvious. Patrons attending the ballpark for an afternoon of evening of baseball or other events will likely want a beverage to go with their hot dog or peanuts or other ball game snacks. And what better to accompany those classic snacks than a nice cold beer or high noon or other canned cocktail. Aramark are experienced operators with licenses across Massachusetts and the United States. They possess a strong character and fitness, understanding what it means to be a good neighbor and a part of the community, especially in Lowell, as they already have a working relationship with the university and the city. As I stated before, Patrick here will be the manager of record at this location. He is a United States citizen and a Massachusetts resident. He has extensive experience in this industry and is familiar with the rules and regulations of this state, the ABCC, and this board pertaining to the sale and service of alcohol, and is also TIPS certified. Ultimately, this application is a simple one with minimal community impact. The operators of this license are very experienced and committed to working with the city and providing the residents and guests with a great experience here in Lowell. With that, Patrick and I are happy to answer any questions the board may have, and I want to thank you for your time this evening.
Okay, well, we're familiar with Patrick. Anyone with any questions? No questions? Mr. Pires, I saw that earlier you may have had a concern with one or two pieces of this application. I remember nothing major. No?
I think they've cleared everything up. Everything looks good.
Ready to go?
Yes.
Okay, all right. No questions from any of the board? Move approval by...
Without hearing.
Public hearing, you're right, thank you. Public hearing, I'm sorry. Open the public hearing for anyone wishing to speak in favor, in favor, in favor. No one wishing to speak in favor, that section is closed. Anyone wishing to speak in opposition? Opposition, opposition? No one wishing to speak in opposition, that section of the public hearing is closed. Now, comments by the board. Move approval by Commissioner Krieger, second by Commissioner Mercia. All those in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Public hearing for an application by Echoes Bar and Grill Restaurant, LLC. Alexandra Davis Mazzara, proposed license manager for transfer and alteration of premises for an all-alcoholic beverages restaurant license for 525 Market Street.
Good evening. Name and address for the record. Who is Alexandra? Who's Alexandra, the proposed manager?
Alexandra Davis Mazara, Eco Bar Restaurant, 525 Market Street, Lowell, Massachusetts.
Okay. Are you here to help her?
Yes, I'm here to help her translate.
Great. Okay. What is name and address?
So her name is Alexandra. The address of the bar is 525 Market Street in Lowell, Mass.
All right.
And your name and address?
Would Alexandra please tell us what she's planning to do with the establishment?
Ellos quieren saber qué exactamente usted va a hacer con el establecimiento.
Tenemos un restaurante familiar donde de comida.
So it's a family restaurant where they will be serving food and alcoholic beverages.
What kind of food?
¿Qué tipo de comida?
Comida fusión. Tenemos steak.
So it's fusion. So there's pasta, steak, seafood, anything.
Fried rice.
Fried rice.
Okay. Has she got experience running a restaurant?
¿Tú tienes experiencia con un restaurante? Yes, she does.
Era manager antes en otro restaurante.
She used to be a manager in a different restaurant.
She's been a manager in different, is she familiar with the laws of serving alcohol?
¿Usted es familiar con las leyes en cuestión de servir alcohol? Yes, she is.
Are you certified in tips?
¿Usted está certificada en propina?
Tip
Yes.
certified? Okay. And might I ask, Mr. Pius, do we have a copy of that?
We do.
We do. Thank you. Good. Thank you. Any questions by the board?
Got a quick question.
Go ahead.
Is she changing anything on the inside from right now, or just leaving it the same way it is? With the dining areas and that?
¿Usted va a cambiar algo en el restaurante por adentro? Todo se va a quedar igual como está. Everything is staying the same as it is now.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Any other questions? Public hearing? Public hearing. Anyone wish to speak in favor? In favor? In favor? No one wishing to speak in favor? That portion is closed. Anyone wishing to speak in opposition? 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 No one wishing to speak in opposition? That portion of the meeting is closed. Any further questions by the board?
No.
I move for approval.
Move approved by Commissioner Tang, second by Commissioner Underwood. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, here we go.
Next is a continuation of the public hearing for an application by 1 East Meadow Road Incorporated, doing business as A1 Food Mart. Mitul Prajapati, proposed license manager for transfer and change of location of a wine and malt beverages package store license to 1 East Meadow Road.
Okay. Mr. Pius, for the record, I believe that at the last meeting, we had held a public hearing, had both
That's correct.
those wishing to speak in favor and opposition speak, and that portion of the meeting was closed. We then, the board requested some information from the Lowell Police Department, and the captain and the Lowell Police Department was kind enough to provide us with information about the traffic in the neighborhood. I believe, is there anything that the city wishes to say other than what the captain has already provided to us?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just 2 points I wanted to address that came up during the last hearing. The first was an argument that was made by Attorney Occasion on behalf of the applicant, and the other was an issue raised by Attorney Bratton on behalf of the opponents to the application. Let me start with what Attorney Bratton had stated at the meeting, which was that he had argued that 1 East Meadow Road was located within 500 feet of a house of worship and an elementary school. And the reason why that's important, Mr. Chairman, to the Commission's determination is that under General Laws, Chapter 138, Section 16C, there is a rebuttable presumption that an application that's located within 500 feet should be denied unless the Commission specifically makes a finding in writing that the premises is not detrimental to the educational or spiritual activities. When this allegation was made, our office requested the assessor's office look to review whether or not there were any schools or churches that were located within 500 feet. I have a letter here from Mr. Rondow, who is the Deputy Chief Assessor in the Office of the Board of Assessors. It's dated April 3rd, 2026. He attests that there are no schools, places of worship, or hospitals within 500 feet of 1 East Meadow Road. The closest schools, places of worship, and hospitals are 2,000 feet or more away from the subject property. So I want to advise the Commission that there are no buildings located within 500 feet, and the rebuttable presumption in the statute does not apply. So the Commission should not take that into account when deciding to grant or deny the application. The second issue was one that Attorney Occasion had mentioned, which was that about 10 years ago, a prior license commission had voted and approved an application that resulted in an abutted package store. The commission can, of course, consider this, take it into account, but I want to make clear the commission is not bound by anything that a prior Lowell license commission from 10 years ago did. As the commission knows, my role is to advise the commission on the legalities. It's not to vote, it's not to state an opinion or position, and it's to ensure that in the event that the application is granted or denied and there's litigation, I would defend the commission on appeal. I just want to make sure that any bases that are used to support the application either way is supported by the record. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Mr. Occasion, anything you wish to say?
No, Mr. Chairman.
Members of the board, anybody wish to make a comment?
Oh, I'll speak, yeah. Is that right?
Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Thank you.
So I looked at this, and I did get the assessors thing. I think I remember I had asked about that the last time, and also the radius and the traffic reports, which to me really doesn't show anything. And I'll be honest with you, I'm willing to make a motion to approve. I think denying it is just hurting business. That's just my personal thoughts on it. And so that's all I got to say on that.
Commissioner Krieger?
I notice there's a lot of people here tonight. Do you think that there are people here to speak? Even though we've closed out, could we reopen the public hearing if there are people here to speak?
Do you wish to make a motion to reopen the public hearing so that anybody that hasn't
I so move.
Move to reopen the public hearing by Commissioner Krieger. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Commissioner Underwood. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Nay.
No?
Nay.
It's over to you. Okay.
Would you like a roll call vote?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Motion to reopen the public part of the hearing. Commissioner Donahue?
No.
Commissioner Krieger?
Yes.
Commissioner Mercier?
No.
Commissioner Tang?
No.
Commissioner Underwood?
Yes.
2 in favor, 3 opposed.
Okay.
Motion is lost.
Move on. Business. Make a motion. You made a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion to approve by Commissioner Mercier. Second. Second by Commissioner Krieger. Prior to the vote, I felt I had to say something, only because I have been up there and had my concerns about that intersection, and I've known about it for years. But I've been up there 5 times looking at that intersection, including one time I got out of the car, parked the car, and walked the 4 corners. I think it's a very busy intersection, and I have concerns about the traffic there. And for that reason, on the traffic concerns that I have, I'm going to vote no in that. And now a call for a roll call, unless anyone else wishes to speak. Anyone wish to speak? No. Roll call.
Okay. On the motion to approve the application, Commissioner Donahue,
No.
Commissioner Krieger,
Yes.
Commissioner Mercier,
Yes.
Commissioner Tang,
Yes.
Commissioner Underwood.
Yes.
4 yeas, motion carries.
Thank you.
Application is approved. Good luck, counsel.
Thank you.
Okay.
Compliance hearing regarding allegations of misconduct charged against Blue Shamrock Incorporated, 105 Market Street, Nicholas Petrarchus, licensed manager, all alcoholic beverages restaurant licensee. Allegations of misconduct occurred March 1st, 2026, regarding failure to comply with all laws and regulations, including alcohol beverages regulations for licenses issued by the Lowell License Commission 1.06, 1.16, and 1.20.
Mr. Chairman?
Counsel?
Given that agenda items 15 and 16 are substantially similar on appearance, I would advise that the commission move to bundle agenda items 15 and 16 just to resolve it all.
Okay. Make a motion by Commissioner Mercier to bundle. Second by Commissioner Krieger. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Counsel, I just have one concern, that we try to keep it so that we're not crossing over an assault and an assault, but just try and keep them as separate as possible.
Absolutely.
And I know you will. What I think we should do is, we'll call up the officers to have them see what they've investigated. Which one do you wish to go on first?
Mr. Chairman, we would start with Officer Ruiz.
Which incident would that be?
This would be the bottle assault incident.
The bottle, the young lady?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Mr. Pires, for the record, would you read the, would you mind reading the allegations?
Yes,
I think we ought to
absolutely.
do that first.
Compliance hearing regarding additional allegations of misconduct charged against Blue Shamrock Incorporated, 105 Market Street. Nicholas Petrarchus, licensed manager, all alcoholic beverages restaurant licensee. Allegations of misconduct occurred March 1st, 2026, regarding failure to comply with all laws and regulations, including alcohol beverage regulations for licenses issued by the Lowell License Commission, 1.06, 1.16, and 1.20.
Excuse me 1 second. Counsel, are you representing Mr. Petrarchus? I think maybe for the record, we want to make it clear that you are representing him. You want to, I'm sorry, officer, you want to just identify yourself for Mr. Petrarchus?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members of the board. I'm Attorney Michael Talty, and I represent Mr. Petrarchus. If I could just be heard briefly on a preliminary issue before we get into the evidence.
Briefly.
Briefly. I became involved with this about a month ago. We issued a document subpoena to the police that was served back on April 16th. I haven't received a response to that. I went physically to the police station 2 days ago, and I was able to receive 2 police reports from the incident, not the one with the bottle, but the other one with the doorman involved in a conflict. I have the reports on those. There's a video on that one of the reports alludes to that I haven't seen, but the report does indicate what one of the officers saw in the video. So we're prepared to address that issue tonight, even though we haven't received everything we asked for. But on the other incident involving the young lady that was struck with the bottle, I don't have anything on that I've requested. And I sent an email to the records department following up from my in-person visit from 2 days ago. So we're asking for an opportunity to at least see that piece of the evidence before we get into that other issue. I don't know how the board wants to deal with that.
Well-
Our request is to have an opportunity at the next hearing to address that matter and be afforded the opportunity to
Well-
be requested.
I have some concerns of delaying the hearing. This is one in which you had requested a continuance, and we did grant that continuance and gave you time to prepare, I think. I don't know what happened with the police department, but as far as we're concerned, I believe that we should go forward with this hearing as expeditiously as possible on both incidents on the same night. And as I said, we did give you the courtesy of a continuance, and no, Mr. Petrakis is local, and counsel, I know that you have local connections to get to the police station. Not that you probably should have. They should have tried to get something to you, counsel. But I think for the purposes of this type of hearing, you've had adequate time to prepare with your client for both parts. Note your objection.
I can revisit the issue later when I have a chance to speak again.
Okay.
Because there really is a matter of fairness that I intend to bring up that he's not being afforded because he can't see.
Fairness as to?
As to his ability to have the board be aware of what actually happened in these instances.
Well, that's why
I
you're
have
here.
All right, and I'll
We're going to give you every opportunity to defend the Blue Shamrock.
Okay.
We would never not listen to you, and in all fairness to you.
Thank you.
And Mr. Petrakis, okay? We're now going to start, Officer, I'm sorry.
Just, do you?
May I just
Wanna weigh in?
respond?
He looks like he wants to weigh in on this.
May I just respond very briefly, Mr. Chairman? It's just that I'm not aware of a specific document subpoena that was brought towards Lowell Police Department. I can represent that in the ordinary course of violation hearings, what attorneys defending a licensee will typically do is they'll submit a public records request to Secretary Pyers, who is also the Law Department's records access officer. Part of the issue, I suspect, with why some records are not being provided, in particular the video, is that these are the subjects of ongoing criminal investigations, and that can sometimes impact what records are produced. But going forward, I think it's always important to advise that, Secretary Pyers is the records access officer. Public records requests can be submitted to him in the ordinary course. So it doesn't necessarily have to go through the Lowell Police Department's records department. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I have a copy of the subpoena in the service.
No doubt that you sent it.
And I have no doubt as an officer of the court that his representation is correct. I just haven't personally seen it or been aware of it, Mr. Chairman.
Right.
So with that, we would call Officer.
Did you have a question?
No, that
Oh,
it
okay.
just looked like he wanted.
Okay.
With that, we would call Officer Ruiz.
Officer?
Officer, could you tell the members of the commission what happened on the evening or early morning of March 1st, 2026?
Sure. I was working patrol for Lowell Police, and I received a call for service for the Lowell General Saints campus for a past assault. I arrived and saw a female to have extensive bruising, 2 cuts, one to the bridge of her nose, another to the cheek, to her left cheek, I believe. And she was actively bleeding.
Okay. And did you speak with her when you arrived?
I did.
Can you tell the members of the commission what you discussed?
Discussed how it happened to her.
And what did she tell you?
She told me that she was assaulted with a glass bottle to the face.
And did she describe the circumstances that led to that?
She did.
Can you tell the members of the commission what those circumstances were?
Yes. She was at the club, ran into an ex-boyfriend, ex-partner. They got into a verbal argument inside of the establishment, which led to water being thrown and later a bottle being thrown, or she put it whipped at her face, the glass bottle.
And did she describe whether there were any employees of the Shamrock who were present and had observed this incident?
She did.
Can you tell us what she said?
Sure. She described one of the bartenders to a T. I don't have the report in front of me at this moment, but in there it gives a good description of what she appeared.
Would you like a copy?
I would.
Okay. And one more thing, just as you're reading the report, just so the record's clear, if you could state your name and rank.
Sure. Officer Augustine Ruiz, patrolman, the Lowell Police Department.
Okay.
Okay. So the victim described the bartender as a female with black hair, Italian-looking, in her mid-30s, and average-sized.
Did she tell you whether she was served alcohol at the Shamrock?
I don't recall.
Okay. Do you recall her telling you how old she was?
I do.
How old was she?
18 years of age.
Do you recall whether she stated whether or not that female bartender who observed this event had contacted the authorities?
She did not say that anybody contacted any authorities.
Okay, so in other words, as far as the victim was aware, no one at the Shamrock had contacted the authorities or called 911 saying that this assault had occurred on their premises.
That's correct.
Okay. And are you aware, sir, that the Lowell License Commission and the Lowell Police Department have not received any incident reports within 48 hours of this incident occurring?
I was not.
Okay. I have no further questions for this witness, Mr. Chairman. If the commission has any questions, I'm happy to defer to them or counsel as well.
You obviously did not see the incident itself, the throwing of the bottle.
I did not.
You just saw the young lady. Was she still inside
Uh,
when you spoke to her?
No, she was at the emergency room
She had
hospital.
gone outside, okay. But she had passed by people that he said worked there.
Correct. And she had an eyewitness, which she gave me the information to, which I reached out as well.
Okay.
Could you tell what the eyewitness said, sir?
Sure. It's in my report. The witness stated over the phone to me that she knew the suspect's name, knew of the suspect, I should say, that the two were verbally arguing inside. She then observed the water being thrown, and then the male, which she described as, which she confirmed the identification, chased the female still inside the establishment and threw the glass bottle at her face with what she said a big wind-up. And she said she's willing to testify on her observations. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, may I just ask Officer Ruiz a quick question?
Go ahead.
Could you describe her appearance when you saw her in the emergency room?
Yes. She was in tears still, distraught. She was visibly swollen. The two cuts were actively bleeding still and were red in color. She had bruising to her, or just under her eye, which was purple, bluish color.
Sure.
And she just looked like someone who had just gotten assaulted very badly.
And was she offered medical treatment by the staff at the Blue Shamrock? Did you mention that?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. And she said that this incident happened near the bar. Is that correct, according to your report?
She said the incident occurred by the pool table initially, and which led to right next to the bar.
And there was a female bartender that witnessed this event?
That's correct.
And she, employee of the bar?
Correct.
Attorney Talty, do you have any questions? You know, why don't you come inside and take a seat at the second desk? Then you can see the officer more easily.
Good evening.
Council Itza.
Thank you. You were not at the scene where this occurred, correct?
That's correct.
Do you know if other members of your department were at the scene?
I do not. I don't believe so.
Did you write a report in this case?
I did.
Can I see it?
Captain, is that all right?
This is the report I haven't seen, so I'd like to see it.
Yep.
Thank
Here you go. I don't know if it's in chronological order.
Sorry. So you were called, it looks like at 1:43 a.m. It looks like on your report, correct?
Correct.
Over to the hospital? And who had you go to the hospital? Was it the victim herself or her family?
Victim called. She was with her mother.
She was with her mother. And you said that you don't recall whether or not she had been served any alcohol, or that issue wasn't discussed with her, was it?
I was more worried about the assault that had just occurred.
Right, but
I honestly don't recall.
I'm sure you were, but I'm just asking you about something else.
Okay.
And your answer is that you don't recall whether or not she indicated she had been drinking?
Correct.
All right. And it looks here like, I'm just reading this for the first time, but it looks like it was a Coca-Cola bottle that she was struck with. Is that correct?
Correct.
And she described the assailant to you, correct?
Correct.
Now, you had testified that there was no one at the bar who assisted her after she was injured. Is that correct?
Her friend was there with her.
Her friend
which was the
there?
witness.
I think what you testified and were asked about was whether there were any employees or staff at the bar who assisted her. Do you remember being asked that?
I do.
And you had indicated that no one did, correct?
I was uninformed of it. Correct.
All right. You were not informed of it?
That's correct.
Or no one did?
I was not informed of it by the victim.
All right. So do you have any personal knowledge or even hearsay knowledge about whether or not anyone at the bar assisted this woman when she was injured?
I do not.
And that was a busy night in the city, was it not?
It's hard to recall. I mean, for me, yes, started with that.
Well, there was an event called Winterfest going on. I don't know if you remember that, do you?
Okay.
You don't?
I don't recall the dates.
Okay. Well, was it, you recall what you did and you wrote a report about it.
Right.
So you have some independent recollection about what was going on that night, correct?
Right.
And were there a lot of people out and around in the city that you can recall?
For a Winterfest, I guess there's more than normal.
Okay. And are you aware that your department was called to another incident in the early morning hours at that same bar? Or do you have no awareness of that?
Oh, I believe we were called there numerous times that day.
All right. And were there a lot of arrests in the city that night? Like dozens?
I don't know off the top
You
of my
don't
head.
know? And when the other event happened, where you were called to the scene and there was a physical altercation between people, did that happen before or after this woman was struck in the face?
I don't believe I responded to that one. I heard it over the radio.
You heard it over the radio? And do you remember whether you heard it? Well, do you have any knowledge of the sequence of these two events at all?
I do not.
But you do know that 7 or 8 cruisers were called to that establishment right around the same time, correct?
7 or 8 seems a little more than normal, but I do remember there being multiple calls.
Okay.
That's pretty much the sum of it.
In the early morning hours, correct?
Correct.
All right. And you had awareness and your department had awareness that this incident had occurred at the bar from like a very short period of time before you responded to the hospital, correct?
Can you repeat that? Sorry.
Sure. Any alcohol, correct?
I do not.
That's all I have.
Thank you. Counselor, you can sit, you can stay there. Make it easy.
Mr. Chairman, I know,
You want to? Yeah. Oh,
Mr. Chairman, I know it's not a formal hearing, but would it be possible to do a brief redirect?
go ahead.
Okay. Officer, you testified you don't have firsthand knowledge because you weren't at the bar, correct?
Correct.
But you did speak with the victim who was in the hospital, correct?
Correct.
And the victim told you that she did not receive any medical help or attention from any employee at the Blue Shamrock, correct?
100%.
Okay. Oh, one more thing. Do you know a Detective Rob Joyce?
I do.
Are you aware that Detective Joyce, a few days after the incident, went and interviewed this victim?
I had no idea.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, I just asked to read from the second paragraph from Superintendent Hudon's letter describing the events. Paragraph 2 reads, a few days after this incident, Detective Rob Joyce of the Lowell Police Criminal Investigation Division interviewed the victim of this assault. It was confirmed that the male assailant was arrested and charged with felony conduct because of this assault. Additionally, Detective Joyce confirmed that the female victim in this incident was only 18 years old. The victim admitted to the detective that she was illegally served alcohol by a bartender whom she described as a pregnant female with short black hair. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And I have no further questions for you, sir.
I hear you.
Mr. Chairman, this is not I'm not reading from the police report. I'm reading from the letter from Superintendent Hudon, which was submitted to the commission. That's public record.
And is this the one that's sent to the Blue Shamrock?
That's correct, Mr. Chairman.
It's the notice that's, counsel, he's saying it's the notice that was sent to the Blue Shamrock is what he's reading from. Okay, thank you. And that is on the notice of March.
That's on the notice of the March. Don't have the cover page.
24th.
Yes, that's correct, Mr. Chairman.
March 24th. That was the Officer Ruiz's police report.
Yes, correct, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, we would next call Officer Patrick McDonald.
Is that in regard to the same, or is this in regard to the
no,
other, the March 4 letter?
No, Mr. Chairman, this is concerning the second incident, the bottle assault, or the bouncer assault incident.
Okay, just before we jump to the second incident, I just want to know, are there any questions of any of the commissioners in regard to the, okay.
I've just got one question. It relates back to when, if I can ask.
Officer Ruiz?
No, actually, it was a question by the attorney. You guys were mentioning multiple calls. Were you talking about multiple calls to the Blue Shamrock? Was that?
That's correct. We were called more than once to the Blue Shamrock that night, if I
on that night there.
remember
I
correctly.
just remember the council mentioned multiple calls, but it was for the Blue Shamrock. Okay, thank you.
Mr. Chairman, also, I just want to remind everyone that the violation is just failure to report to the police department and the license commission of that incident, and the fact that she was not offered medical treatment by anybody in the establishment.
There's no allegation that they served
I
in
didn't,
that?
we didn't bring her forward
No.
on that.
I know that, yeah. Okay.
I'm just curious, what is the position of Mr. The bar owner? Like, what is the position that have they been aware of the incident or no?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
No, I just want to know, like, do we know whether the bar owner is aware of the incident at all, or they claim not to know, not to be aware of this incident? We don't know.
I can answer that, Mr. Tang. I think what the what Officer Ruiz is describing was an incident where this young lady was kind of chased through the bar, struck with a bottle that was thrown next to the bar that was tended by a female bartender. It would be our contention, and I think common sense would dictate, that it would be an impossible incident to not witness if you were a bartender. And if you're not witnessing a young lady getting hit with a beer bottle feet from where you're working, then there is some negligence there. I think that's what I was trying to make.
I understand that. I just want to hear, maybe later, yeah. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, we would next call Officer McDonald to describe the separate incident that also occurred that same night.
I'd like to keep things in, the allegation, manager's responsibility goes through the disturbance allegation, noticing the License Commission with 48 hours, and also a list of employees.
That is correct, Mr. Chairman. So our plan is to call as our last witness Sergeant Tracy Kelly, who can describe the list issue. So I'm going to get to that, Mr. Chairman.
You'll swing back.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Officer McDonald, can you describe to members of the commission what happened on the early morning hours of March 1st, 2026?
So I was assigned to the Winterfest detail that night. We were cleaning up. My cruiser was parked on Palmer Street with the blue lights activated. I was out on Palmer Street in the roadway. Two females approached me, said, "There's a fight over there," directed me towards the front of the Blue Shamrock. I went over there. There clearly had been a fight. There was a person bleeding. The two gentlemen at the door were at the door, and there was a female there. She was saying that they had her cell phone, and they were arguing back and forth. I worked to separate all the parties. I had radioed in that we need more. There was a fight over there.
And sir, let me just step back for a minute. So to be clear, you were not dispatched based on a 911 call by the Blue Shamrock, correct?
That's correct. No.
You were specifically flagged down by a passerby that was near the Blue Shamrock who directed you to go to the Shamrock.
Yes, they were on the Palmer Street side where I was out of my car on foot, yep.
And as far as you're aware, no employee from the Blue Shamrock called 911 to alert the police about this event involving these bouncers, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And are you aware of whether any incident reports were submitted to the commission concerning this event involving the bouncers?
I'm not aware.
Okay. No further questions. Oh, actually, could you just describe the appearance of the individuals who were injured? Can you describe that, sir?
Injured? Yeah. One of the kids, I know, from what I remember, he was bleeding heavily from his hand. There was blood all over the ground on the sidewalk.
Okay. And were the bouncers aware of this, sir?
Aware of the incident?
Yes.
Yes, because when I got there, I had to separate. I was asking everybody to separate so we could calm down.
Okay. No further questions, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, go ahead. Commissioner Mercia.
Officer, just who was bleeding from their hand? You said
One of the males that was outside the bar.
not one of the employees of the Blue Shamrock?
To my knowledge, I don't recall it. I mean, the injury on his hand, I could see it right away, was the blood. I mean,
Okay, and it was
one of the
them.
individuals I remember actually was bleeding from the mouth because I had to ask him to stop spitting because the blood was coming at me.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Did you say that there were bouncers there when you got there?
Two gentlemen outside. One of the girls said that they had her phone, and the male did at the door did have her phone.
Okay. Thank you. Counsel?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And good evening.
Good evening, sir.
You know there's a video of this fight?
A video?
Yeah.
I'm not sure, sir.
You don't know? And who's Officer Joyce, Robert Joyce? Was he involved with this investigation?
I don't know, sir.
Did you do any follow-up investigation?
Nope.
You were just there that night?
I was working the Winterfest detail outside of there. I radioed in to dispatch that we had a fight out there.
All right. Do you know who he is, Detective Robert Joyce?
I do know him.
Is he here?
No, he's not.
Did you know that he watched a video of the fight?
No.
And did you know that he wrote a report about the video of the fight?
Nope.
Nothing further.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, the commission would now call Sergeant Tracy Kelly. Oh, actually, Brock's here. Yeah, I'll call. Actually, I'll do it wrong. Okay. Sergeant, were you involved with an investigation concerning the Blue Shamrock?
A brief one, yes.
Okay. Can you tell the commission what your role was in this, as part of this investigation?
I was requested to go to the bar, speak with the manager, and get a copy of the staff that was working that night, and see how it was displayed, if it was in a notebook, if it's just spare papers, and then ask if there was any cameras inside the bar.
And did you go ultimately to the Blue Shamrock for that purpose?
I did.
And did you speak with an official with the Blue Shamrock to request this list?
I did.
What kind of list did you get?
So it was a composition notebook, and it had the date, which was 2/28/26. Then it had bar and a list of 6 names underneath that, bar back with 2 names underneath that, kitchen with 1 name, and then security with 6 names.
So when you say the names, did it include the full name, first and last name?
Just the first name.
Okay. Did it include their date of birth?
No.
Did it include any other information other than their first names?
That's it.
Did it include their job titles?
No, just the position they were working that night.
Okay. Did it include their addresses?
No.
Did it include their date of hire?
No.
Just included their first names
That's correct.
in a composition notebook?
Correct.
Okay. Thank you, Sergeant. I have no further questions for you. Oh, actually, one more thing. Do we get any other lists after that?
I did not.
Okay. That's all.
Thank you. Any questions from the commission? Any? No, Counsel?
Thank you. Good evening.
Good evening.
Is this the book that you were shown?
Yeah, I remember it was like flowers or something on it. Yeah. That looks familiar, yes.
And in the front, you'll see that there's just first names.
Just first names, correct. Correct.
And did you have occasion to look in the back of the notebook where there are more detailed contact information about each of the people who work there?
The manager didn't show me that. I asked for the staff that was working on the 28th, and she showed me that, and then she took the notebook away.
So if you take these names, first names, and you just look in the back of the book, you're going to match it up with all the contact information.
Again, the manager didn't tell me that. She didn't show me that.
Would it be expected that every night that a bar is open, that whoever's the manager should write down everybody's name and full name and address and date of birth and contact information at the front of the book for every day that people are working there?
I'm not sure what's expected of them.
All right.
I just went there to get a copy.
Who asked you to do that?
Captain Peasley.
I solved it, correct?
Honestly, I don't even know what had happened. I just knew there was an incident, and I was requested to get a copy of the staff that night.
All right. And you said one of the issues you were looking into was whether there were cameras there, right?
Correct.
And there are not inside the Shamrock.
There are no cameras now.
Did you look outside?
I don't believe there's cameras outside either.
All right. Well, I'll ask you if you've seen the report by Detective Joyce, who's not here, with regards to that issue of cameras. Have you seen it?
Again, no, because I don't know what I was getting the staff for. I was
All
just
right.
asked to get a staff for that date. I wasn't sure what the issue was.
And what date was that you were there again?
That I was there, it was sometime in March, beginning of March.
All right. This happened March 1st, is that correct?
I just was told to get the 28th, February 28th.
The 28th? Oh, the night before March 1st.
Correct.
Okay. If I could just show you the report, and if you could just take a quick look and tell me whether you've seen that report or not.
Again, no, I wouldn't have read this report because I didn't know what I was going for, so I wouldn't have read this.
Okay. Well, you can see it now, right? And it indicates in the last paragraph of the report, and I'll hand this out to everybody, if I could please.
Sure.
So, Mr. Chairman, while council is just passing out the papers, I just want to make sure we're clear as to what the position is of the Lowell Police Department concerning this event. Whether or not the bouncers did in fact commit an assault or were acting in self-defense is irrelevant for purposes of the charges we brought. The issue is whether they submitted a report to the License Commission. And again, this is an administrative hearing. It's flexible. I'm willing to give council leeway on this. But I just want to make sure that we're clear that we're not asserting necessarily for purposes of this violation hearing that the bouncers necessarily broke the law. The issue is that the commission was not informed and the police department was not informed. And that's the problem here.
It's highly relevant that the staff in this bar was getting violently assaulted by patrons when this was all going on. And the fact that this information was not produced to us is concerning. The fact that there's an officer, a detective who's not here, who watched a video of this fight.
So, Commissioner,
Determined, if you
if I
look
could
at
just-
the last paragraph of this report, determined that the patron's version of the events was false, and that the bouncers, doormen, bouncers for short, they were doing their job and bouncing people. And they ended up with a bottle to their head and are being assaulted to the point where after this video was watched and the truth was gleaned, other people were charged, being the patrons, and it looks like the doormen were exonerated.
Okay. Counsel, hang on one second.
Commissioner, the council is actually making our point. He's confirming that an incident occurred inside the Shamrock, that Mr. Pyers and myself should have been notified in within 48 hours, and we weren't. That's the underlying charge here. The charge isn't who assaulted who at this bar. That's for a criminal court to decide, and the case is still ongoing, as far as I know.
Right.
And also to address the council's spot about the roster, under licensing, under Lowell License Commission 1.16 manager's responsibility, yes, the bar is required every single night they're open to provide a daily roster available to our officers for the fact that if we do have to bring criminal charges, the roster will help us identify victims of the bar assault. In this case, it would have been the bouncers. We would have had their names, days of birth, everything to go on. So yes, they are required on a daily basis that they're open to provide this roster and have it readily available to the police department. And going back to his assertion that the bouncers were assaulted, that's a criminal case that's being pursued, but he's making our point. The point is there was a violent assault in the bar that night, and we were not notified. And this was the second assault that occurred that night that we were not notified.
Thank you. Go ahead, counsel.
Thank you. I received, my client actually initially on March 16th, received a notice of this hearing, which the commission was good enough to continue from last month, indicating, numerous allegations of violations with regards to not assisting a person who was injured, and also illegal conduct going on in the bar. And I think the commission would want to know if there was a fight in a bar that's the subject of this hearing that the police were at. And I'll get to this later because I know that we're focused on the reporting issue. If that's the only issue, then I'll just address that. I don't want to take up everyone's time for no reason. But it was our understanding that we needed to address how and why these fights occurred and who was injured, and the fact that it was the employees of the establishment that were injured and who erroneously were believed to be the aggressors initially, and the commission was led to believe that these people were the aggressors.
Let's just go back briefly, to the letter of March 4th from the police department. Allegation, compliance with all laws and regulations, which are in our regulations, the city regulations, License Commission. Did not, shall maintain their premises in full compliance with all local, state, and federal laws. That's just one allegation, right?
Yes.
That encompasses a lot of things going on. Manager's responsibility, we've talked about that. That's the incident, reporting it, and reporting also the names and addresses of all the employees working that night. And then 120, illegal activities. All licensees shall notify the Lowell Police Department, above was License Commission, and the Lowell Police Department by telephone or otherwise, when any violation of law disturbance is taking place or is about to take place. So that third allegation is, did they call at the time and say, we need help, something's breaking out here? That's 3. 2 is, did they within 48 hours send some notice to the License Commission? And did they have a list of the names for the people that worked that night? And the first is an overall encompassing, it was unlawful behavior inside the bar. So I think that's simplifying it when we're not talking about so much who is guilty of assault and battery with dangerous weapons, throwing beer bottles, Coke bottles, anything like that.
Mr. Commissioner, I'd also like to add, this would be the second incident that night where people were actually injured that required medical treatment and were not offered that by the bar. At no time, and I think Officer McDonald could testify, at no time were the bouncers or anybody aware of the bar that witnessed this person bleeding from the hand and the nose, were they offered medical treatment. We had to call the ambulance on that one. The young girl that got hit with the bottle, her mother had to take her to the hospital. So that's another allegation that's kind of in the 1.16 manager's responsibility. I just don't want to gloss that over.
From that standpoint, I think only that something happened and there were injuries to people. And some were patrons, and there was no call or assist in any way. That's the allegations. We're not deciding if the bouncer assaulted someone or if someone assaulted the bouncer.
Well, the narrative that we were provided doesn't suggest that that's not an issue, because it was certainly a narrative that I'm reading which really wants to...
What narrative? Which one? 2 or 4? That's, okay, that is the narrative of the police department.
Right.
But the allegations are only 3 complaints, 106, 116, and 1.20.
It would be difficult to ignore the fact that a false narrative is presented here, and we just want to be able to use the actual video of the fight and the person who watched the fight to correct the reality on what happened on this night, which is not what's reflected in this version of the events. It's not what happened.
Commissioner Krieger?
Yeah. I feel like we're drifting a little bit. One of the things that stands out in my mind is something I've heard a long time ago, that the job isn't finished until the paperwork is complete. The paperwork was not completed, and that's one of the issues that's being brought up. We didn't get the paperwork. The other issue, of course, is that it's the responsibility of the staff to be aware of everything that's happening within sight and hearing so that they can report it to the police. And I haven't seen anything to suggest that they did report it to the police. So I'm still a little adrift on this.
Mr. Chairman, may I just be heard very briefly on that point, which Commissioner Krieger makes, which I think is entirely correct, which is This commission receives incident reports all the time from licensees around Lowell, because the reality is, when you operate a bar, sometimes disturbance of the peace, breaches of the peace, assaults are going to happen. And this commission, in circumstances where there is an assault and we're notified and there's no negligence on the part of the bar necessarily, such as through over-serving or through serving an underage patron, does not bring charges on behalf of the Lowell Police Department. The issue here is we were not told. The commission was not told. The department was not told. That's the violation of the rules and regulations of the commission. And, factual narrative or not, accounts from victims or not, the charging sections of the rules and regulations make clear that what's being brought against the Shamrock is for their failure to notify the police department on the night of, failure to notify the police department within 48 hours, and the failure to notify the license commission within 48 hours, and the failure to provide a list of employees, which the Shamrock had previously been brought before the commission for violating, and is now here again for that same issue. That's the issue, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, we do just have one more witness concerning this incident, and that would be Officer LaRoque.
Hold on, before we move on, can I have a last question for Sergeant Kelly? So with reference to the book, did they make a copy on the first page and give it to you, or how did you get a copy of it?
I had to take a photo of it with my phone.
Your phone, okay.
Yeah, they didn't have a copy machine, I don't think. At least she didn't.
Did they just hand you the book and let you read on your own,
She
or?
read the book, I took a photo, and then she just took it away.
Okay, thank you.
That's it. All set?
Thank you.
Thank you, Officer.
Thank you.
Sergeant. Mr. Chairman, the police department would just call Officer LaRoque as our final witness. Thank you, Officer. Could you tell the members of the commission what happened when you arrived that night?
When I arrived on March 1st, I responded with my partner for a fight call right outside of Blue Shamrock. When that occurs, any area cruisers go and assist. When I got there, I observed Officer McDonald separating parties. I saw a female who was extremely agitated, along with two males. I went to the female to attempt to calm her down to settle the situation. When I did so, I also observed one male bleeding profusely from his nose and another male that was actively bleeding from a cut in between his fingers profusely. That led to pools of it all over the sidewalk in the road.
Okay. And was it ultimately the Lowell Police Department that had to bring in an ambulance in order to take them away?
Yes,
Okay.
we did call for an ambulance.
Okay. Anything else happened that night with respect to the Shamrock that you can tell us?
What do you mean by that?
Oh, was there anything else you wanted to add just before I finish my questions?
No.
Okay. Thank you, Officer. I have no further questions, Mr. Chairman.
Counsel?
No question.
No questions? Commissioners? Nope. Oh, wait. Yep, okay, go ahead.
Okay, I just have a quick question. So, I'll be honest, I'm getting a little confused here because we're bouncing around between the two of them, and so I guess the bottom line, Mr. Chairman, I could be wrong, is that was there an incident? And it really doesn't matter what the incident was. We're, as a board, we're looking at if there was an incident, why wasn't it reported? Also, why wasn't the employee list compliant with the ordinance? Am I wrong, or is that all we're looking at in both things?
That is all you are looking at, Commissioner Mercier. That's correct.
Okay.
The fact that the police department was not called, and one other thing I would add, which is that medical attention was not offered, which is another component that's part of the duty to report. So medical attention was not offered to the 18-year-old. Medical attention was not offered to the male and the female who were allegedly assaulted by the bouncers.
Yeah. So I guess one of the questions I would have as a commissioner is the Blue Shamrock denying that these two incidents happened? I don't want to just cut to the chase here, but it seems like we're kind of, like I agree with Commissioner Krieger, we're kind of, and I personally not going to make a decision on who hit who did what, did the incidents happen, and then I think we can move on from there, unless I'm missing something.
You're not, Commissioner Mercier.
They were aware medical attention was offered. If the city has concluded their presentation, we have a witness that would like to call that would testify about the event where the woman was struck with the bottle.
Okay. Go ahead.
That you have? You're resting, in other words? Right. And sorry I keep standing, but I'm used to doing that.
Yeah, we're not in the court of law.
Yeah.
Right. Mr. Petrakis' brother, Peter, I'd like to call up because he was there that night and was involved with the incident with regards to the bottle with the young lady. Can you say your name, please?
My name's Peter Petrakis.
And you are the brother of the owner of the bar,
Yes.
correct, Nicholas?
Yes,
And you were there that night, Winterfest, correct?
I was in the kitchen.
You were in the kitchen?
Yes.
And the kitchen is located in the back of the bar?
Yes.
And is there a pool table back there?
No,
There's not?
no.
All right. And do you remember this incident that you've heard testified about
Yes.
today?
Yes.
And can you just, in your own words, describe how you became aware that this woman had been assaulted and what happened?
These girls brought the one that got hit into the kitchen, and they sat her down in the chair. And one girl had described herself as an EMT, and the other one described herself as a nurse. And I think her friend was there too, called her mother up on the phone that said she was coming down to get her, but they administered treatment to her, sitting into the kitchen. And they asked her, do you want an ambulance? She refused a few times.
What were her injuries?
She had a small cut on her nose and one on her cheek.
All right. And did you get the information of the women who were there? Were they just patrons?
To tell you the truth, I'm not sure.
All right.
He might have been.
And how long, roughly, did you and these women look after her?
I'd say a good 20 minutes.
And you offered to get her an ambulance?
Well, I didn't. They did.
They did?
Yeah.
She refused, and
A few
did her
times.
mother end up coming to get her somehow?
Her friend called. Her friend said, "I have her mother on the phone, and her mother's coming to get her." And at that point, I believe Anthony walked her to the car where
Who?
her mother was. It was one of the workers there.
One of your, okay. Escorted her?
I'm sorry, who walked her out?
One of the workers there escorted her out to the car, to her mother's car.
Okay.
One of the Blue Shamrock workers?
Yes.
How busy was it that night?
Food-wise, we did pretty well.
Okay. Crowd-wise?
It was crowded.
All right. Did you see anyone being chased around the bar?
I was in the kitchen, so
And after she left with her mother, and you don't know what happened there. You heard testimony she was in the hospital
yeah.
here today, right?
Yes.
All right. Is there anything else important that went on around that event that you think would be helpful to the commission?
No, that was pretty much it.
I got a question. Is do we know who the other worker is, or are they here? The other worker that seen this?
Escorted her out? Or?
Yeah, are they,
No, they're not here.
thank you.
I have a question. When the girls came into the kitchen, did you physically help them in any way? Did you give them towels or anything like that? Or are you just kind of a witness to what happened?
No, I was a witness. I can't remember if I gave someone asked for a towel or I think I went down and got ice.
You think, you're not sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty well. I think I did. Yes,
Okay, thank you.
because I was in the middle. I was
Counsel,
taking and doing.
the incident he's describing, which victim is that? Do you know the name of the victim from the report, or?
We never got her name. We don't know her name.
Mr. Chairman, I believe they're referring to the bottle incident.
the bottle incident?
Yep.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
What he's talking about? Okay.
Well, there were really two bottle incidents, because in the other incident, the bouncer got struck with a bottle by a patron. So there were a lot of bottles
A lot of bottles.
going around, yeah.
Well,
This
let's,
is the boyfriend bottle.
this is,
Item number 16.
But it was the one where it's alleged that there was no aid given, but there was.
there was no what?
No aid, no.
No aid given,
help
but-
given to the person that was injured in the bar.
He's the aide,
Well, him,
along with two people that assisted and brought the young lady to the kitchen area.
and then
Right.
his mother came and got her and
Okay.
helped her out of the bar.
Boyfriend bottle assault, bouncer assault, okay. All right. Anything else, counsel?
No, Mr. Chairman.
With, any questions for Mr. Petrakis? Mr. Wood, you all set?
Two questions, Mr. Chairman. Sir, you testified a second ago that you did not offer an ambulance to this young woman?
I did, the girls asked her if she wanted to
Okay.
call an ambulance a few times, and she said no.
Do you have a cell phone, Mr. Petrakis?
Do I have a cell phone?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you have a cell phone on you that night?
I believe so.
Okay. Did you call 911?
No.
Okay. No further questions.
Anything further?
I just have one follow-up on that.
Go ahead.
Did you see the police? I know you were in the kitchen, but did you see the police at the bar that night? And by night, I'm talking early morning hours of March 1st.
I mean, while we were open,
Yeah. Were you aware that the police were there?
we were across the street.
Okay. But at one point, wasn't there another incident where your employees were assaulted and the police came to respond to that?
Yes.
All right. Nothing further.
Thank you. Okay.
Sir, did you report this incident to your brother, who is the license manager
Oh, when
of the both incident that night?
when the girl was back there?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Anything further?
No, Mr.
No.
Chairman.
Eddie, anything further? I think at this point,
I'd just like to be heard when
sure,
we,
before we make any discussions among ourselves. Go ahead, Counsel.
I would as well, Mr. Chairman. Captain Peasley did just have one other thing
Okay.
he wanted to add before my remarks.
Mr. Commissioner, I'm just referring to Officer Ruiz's report, and if possible, maybe he could get up and testify. But in his report, he states that after the girl was hit by the bottle, and these are her words to him, that she felt fuzzy, like she was going to pass out. The victim said that her friends actually brought her to the bathroom to clean up her injuries. Nowhere does the victim mention being brought to a kitchen and being attended to by the employees of the Shamrock. Officer Ruiz can testify to that, but I'm just referring to his report. She never states to Officer Ruiz that she was offered medical help. She said her friends took her to the bathroom, her friends cleaned her up, and her friends brought her out. I'm not sure, this is the first we're hearing of the kitchen. I'd like to maybe have been able to question the two other females that were an EMT and other, I think he said a nurse, but they're not here, so we're unable to confirm that.
It sounds like there are conflicting stories. All right, who wants to go first?
I'll go first, Mr. Chairman. That's fine. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So I think what the evidence has shown is multiple violations of applicable rules and regulations of the Lowell License Commission. We have a licensee that did not promptly notify the police on 2 separate incidents involving assaults. And whether or not they were legitimate assaults or not legitimate assaults, the point is they were incidents. And the commission and the police department was not told that night. The license manager's own brother did not call 911 that night. Within 48 hours, the rules and regulations, specifically section 1.16, requires that the commission be told and the Lowell Police Department be told in incident reports. Neither of those things happened. The commission was left in the dark. Those are both violations of section 1.06, which requires compliance with the rules and regulations. I would just add, in addition to that, the statements from Officer Ruiz stating that the licensee, according to the victim, did not receive medical attention from the members of the commission. I think in terms of what the commission should do about it, I think what has to be considered is this is not the first time the Shamrock has been before the commission over the past year. This is not the second time that the Shamrock has been brought before the commission for the last year. This is, at minimum, the 3rd time that the licensee is brought before the commission in the last year for a violation hearing. You could count 5 if you count the 2 incidents that were withdrawn by the Lowell Police Department. At the end of the day, Shamrock had to do 2 things in order to be overall compliant with the rules and regulations that night: call the police and send an email to the commission and send an email to the police department. Neither of those things were done. Shamrock could have kept a list, which this commission had previously informed Ms. Petrakis about those obligations at a prior violation hearing, and that regulation is not being complied with. The Lowell Police Department's position is this is a licensee that believes the rules and regulations of this commission are optional, not mandatory. And the department is asking the commission to take action based on that. What the department is asking the commission to do specifically tonight is to exercise its plenary power to modify the hours of operation for this licensee. Ordinarily, the commission considers suspension as an option. That's a decision that is specifically reviewable by the ABCC. Modification of hours of operation, according to the Supreme Judicial Court, are not reviewable by the ABCC. That is a power that the commission has that is not reviewable, not appealable by the commission. I think it sends a message to this licensee that the rules have to be followed here. If incidents are going to happen, that's okay. Bars operate, and sometimes incidents will happen, violent incidents will happen. But you have to talk to the commission. You have to inform the police department. Neither of those are being followed, so this commission should take action. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman and members of the commission, I'm going to try to tailor these remarks narrowly and be brief with regards to the actual issues that are before the board. The employee log, it's here. I mean, it's been a while before I've appeared in front of this board. In fact, there were a few less people on, I think, at the time. But just from my own personal experience, I'm not sure about the board itself. I really don't recall there being an instance where someone was even cited for this. And we have a situation where there was a follow-up, and the officers all had a tough job to do that night, certainly. And they want to make sure that things are safe and that people are following the rules on a busy night like the Winterfest. But the fact that the officer was sent back to this bar as a follow-up investigation, not to find out what happened, which fortunately another officer did, and we won't get into that because I know it doesn't matter, but to get a book, I mean, I understand that it's important because you need to know who the witnesses are, and I've looked into the people who were involved in these incidents. I know that one was arraigned, and he's going through the process, the man that allegedly struck the woman with the bottle, and the police have all the information that they need to pursue that case. As far as the other matter is concerned, we have a situation where, the police were good enough to follow up. Detective Joyce was, for some reason, not here, about what actually happened. So I don't mean to demean the rules and regulations, because Mr. Petrakis respects them. He's been a businessman in this city for almost 40 years. And his establishment, at this point, I think it's about one of the oldest bars in Lowell, the way things have been going. And he struggles to maintain a business because of the economy and the way that things are today. It's not easy for him to keep going. He, for years, hosted charitable events in the city for many years, since the 80s. He's raised millions of dollars for Toys for Tots, various other things. I've known him for a long time, and his bar was the political mecca for years. I was there the night Barack Obama got elected president, I remember. Everyone would go down there on election night and have the results come in, and that was back in those days, before the internet was prevalent. It was the only way you'd get them. So I'm not trying to just build him up as an excuse for him to not report things, but I think what you really have is an issue of form over substance here. He understands the point of self-reporting, and that is, and I've actually spoken with some of the people who were involved with the formulation of this rule at the time. And the time wasn't, the purpose, the intent of the rule is not to tell the police about something that they already know. That really kind of defies logic, common sense, and reasoning. It's to let the police, and through the police, you and the city, know if something happens that they're not aware of. Think about it commonsensically. They knew, almost as it was happening, that this bouncer fight occurred, and they knew within a very short period of the follow-up at the hospital about this incident with the unfortunate injury that the young woman suffered. There were thousands of people around downtown Lowell that night, and it was he has on both sides of his bar, on Palmer Street and on the other side of the street, it's blocked off at that point. And the police are out in front of his bar. That's where they were that night. So they were there. In the Uber hotspot to pick people up, you know, when you get an Uber and it tells you go here to get picked up, it's right in front of his bar. So he's got people funneling into that area, and he really does the best he can to maintain order. And unfortunately that night, his employees were being assaulted, hit with the bottle themselves. We're not even sure on the sequence of these events, but they must have been very close in time to each other, because he's only open for about an hour and a half after midnight. So I'd ask you, to keep in mind the intent of this rule for self-reporting. He would admit that he made a mistake by not reporting something to the police when they were already there, knew about it within minutes or an hour, minutes in one instance, and probably less than an hour of it happening. So I'd ask you to just bear all those things in mind. And he does understand that moving forward, even since then, there's been a couple minor things that happened, and he's so nervous now that he's reported a couple of things since then. So if you do find a violation, I just ask that you keep those things in mind and not roll back his hours or suspend his license. Thank you.
Any comments from the commissioners?
I think rules and regulations are in place for a reason. And because the police department was there, they're not the commission, and we are the ones to be notified as well. And those rules need to be followed. And if somebody has a question on those rules, maybe they should address that. But until the rules are changed, you should follow them.
Thank you. Commissioner Krieger.
I think Reporting should be reflexive. If something happens, it's reported, whether it's duplicate or not. It's the responsibility under the rules to make sure everybody knows, including the Executive Secretary of the License Commission.
You want to say anything? Okay. At this point, I think what we're going to have to do is make a determination. The allegations in the letter of March 4th, compliance with all laws and regulations. 2, manager's responsibility violation 116, which includes promptly notifying the police, notifying the License Commission, list of names. And 3, illegal activities. All licensees shall notify the Lowell Police immediately, by telephone or otherwise, any violation, disorder, disturbance is taking place or is about to take place on the licensed premises. As to that, the allegations in that, I would think that we have to make a determination. Was there a violation by the Blue Shamrock of each of those 3? And then we'll go to the March 24th allegations. I'd make a motion that we find the Blue Shamrock in violation of each of the 3 allegations, 106, 116, and 1.20.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Krieger. All those in favor of finding violation?
Aye.
I think we should have a roll call. Don't mind.
Okay. Motion to find violation on all 3 counts for the March 4th letter from the Lowell Police Department. Commissioner Donahue?
Yes.
Commissioner Krieger?
Yes.
Commissioner Mercier?
Yes.
Commissioner Tang?
Yes.
Commissioner Underwood?
Yes.
5 in favor, none opposed.
Okay. I'd like to now make a second motion that the allegations in the March 24th letter, that the manager's responsibility is a breach of the peace on licensed premises resulting in physical injury. The licensee must also submit to the License Commission and the Police Department within 48 hours, and also a list of names of the employees and other pertinent information. Also, compliance with all laws and regulations. Licensees shall maintain their premises in operation in full compliance with local, state, and federal laws. And finally, 1.20, illegal activities, that being the violation of law, disorderly disturbances taking place or about to take place, shall notify the Lowell Police Department. Make a motion that we find responsibility of all 3 of those allegations.
I second.
Second by Commissioner Underwood. Roll call.
Commissioner Donahue? Commissioner Krieger?
Yes.
Commissioner Mercier?
Yes.
Commissioner Tang?
Yes.
Commissioner Underwood?
Yes.
5 in favor, none opposed.
As to any punishment, anyone wish to make any motions or speak on these?
Yeah, I'll speak.
Commissioner Krieger.
I think that my sense is that the Blue Shamrock has not gotten the message, and therefore we need to do something to get their attention. I would be in favor of a 3-day weekend suspension of the license. I don't think I'm in favor at this moment of rolling back the hours, but I'm going to keep that in mind.
There's a motion, that's a motion to suspend for 3 days?
No, that's just a discussion.
A discussion?
To give someone
Okay.
a chance to rebut it and go a different direction.
Okay.
But I will make it a motion if
Well-
nobody comes up.
Anybody wish to make?
I would like to see the hours turned back to at least 11 o'clock.
And that's, did you make that in the form of a motion?
Yes,
And that's,
or a discussion, and then we can move forward.
that discussion and rolling back the hours till 11 o'clock. Go ahead. Mr. Mercer.
On that, if I could ask the city solicitor, how exactly does that work? Is there a time frame that we would do it? Is there a?
So Commissioner.
I'm not familiar with, while I've been on the board, we haven't rolled back hours. It's something to think about.
Absolutely,
I'm just
Commissioner Mercer.
curious if there's is there limits on, how does that work, if you
Sure.
don't mind?
So the ability of the License Commission to modify hours of operation is set forth in Massachusetts General Laws, Chapter 138, Section 12, Paragraph 6. It permits the commission to decrease the licensee's hours of operation from 2 p.m. to a different time period that the commission chooses. I believe Commissioner Underwood had suggested 11 o'clock at night. That would be proper under the statute. The commission would then decide what would be the fixed term period in which the hours of operation would be modified. So it could do that for a week. It could do it for 2 weeks. It could do it for 30 days. The statute doesn't set a defined punishment period because it was designed to afford the commission broad discretion to modify hours of operation. And I want to emphasize again, this is not reviewable by the ABCC. A modification of hours of operation is not an issue that the ABCC has the power to change on appeal.
Could I make one comment?
Go ahead.
The rollback would put them out of business. It would put them out of business. A suspension would not.
My thoughts are going along the lines with Commissioner Krieger of 3 and 3 for each incident, the violation. So it'd be a total of suspension of 6 days. Unless it was a very short rollback, I agree with counsel that shutting him down, as we know from seeing young people now, they start at 11 o'clock going out until 1 o'clock. It's not like when we started at 8 o'clock and we're home by 11, for the most part. But
There's no Johnny Carson now.
no Johnny Carson. But I think, I agree with counsel that it would put them out of business because those are the hours, 11 to 12 until 1:30 when the beers are bought. So I know counsel, Commissioner Underwood, you made the motion to do that. And that motion has been made. Is there a second for the rollback?
I'll make a second for the sake of a vote.
For the sake of a vote, okay. On the rollback punishment, how long are you proposing? As part of your, is that part of your?
2 weeks.
2 weeks as part of the, okay. Roll call on the rollback of the.
Is the term of 2 weeks, seconded?
Yes.
Okay. Commissioner Donahue?
No.
Commissioner Krieger?
Nope.
Commissioner Mercier?
Yes.
Commissioner Tang?
No.
Commissioner Underwood?
Yes.
3 nays. Motion is lost.
I'll make a motion to suspend for a total of 6 days. 3 days as to the allegations in the March 4th letter, and 3 days on and after in the March 24th allegations. That'd be a total of 6 days, and I believe that would perhaps start around June 1st, and give time for notification, right of appeal. So that's my motion, 6 days.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Krieger. You have a roll call?
Commissioner Donahue,
Yes.
Commissioner Krieger,
Yes.
Commissioner Mercier,
Yes.
Commissioner Tang,
Yes.
Commissioner Underwood.
Yes.
5 in favor, none opposed, motion carries.
That concludes compliance hearing on 15 and 16.
Actually, just a quick question. Will the dates be set for that, or did we set them?
Mr. Chairman, I believe we do have to set a date for when,
That's what I was going to say, yeah.
I
On
believe
June.
I said June 1st,
So it'll be 6 consecutive days.
6 consecutive days, yeah.
6 consecutive days starting June 1st.
June 1st, it gives you plenty of time to make the
Absolutely.
notification, the
Mhm.
findings sent out, et cetera. And that'll be 6 days. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Mr. Commissioner, I just get clarification on that just for enforcement purposes. Are you asking, is it 6 days, 6 business days in a row? Because I believe he's closed on Mondays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays, if I'm not mistaken. So there's, the business is closed on certain days.
He's open those days.
He is?
Yes.
It's six business days. Okay.
Thank you, Aaron.
Okay. Thank you. All right.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, I do see, I'm looking at the Google page for the Blue Shamrock. It says that they're closed on Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Eight. Eight.
I think we'll leave it as June 1st, starting date, 6 days. Can't be open. Okay. And you'll be notified of your rights. Thank you. Anything further before we move on?
Okay. Ready for the next? Okay, compliance hearing regarding allegations of misconduct charged against Picante Entertainment Group doing business as Tesco Center, 70 to 72 Middlesex Street. Ernesto Lugo, license manager, all alcoholic beverages restaurant licensee. Allegations of misconduct occurred March 21st, 2026, regarding failure to comply with all laws and regulations, including alcoholic beverage regulations, for licenses issued by the Lowell License Commission, 1.16, 1.20, and 2.16.
Good evening.
Good evening. Attorney Brian Occasion for Picante Entertainment Group, Inc., DBA Tesco Center, with a location at 70 to 72 Middlesex Street in Lowell. And with me is Ernesto Lugo, who is the principal and manager of the license. And this might be the longest license commission meeting I've ever been to.
In a while, in a long while.
So reading the report,
Yeah.
Mr. Lugo, and we'd be willing to stipulate that, yes, there was no police called, and yes, that there was, on the cover charge, that he was in violation of the cover charge as well. I can get into some mitigating circumstances as to the punishment, but unless the board wants us to go through the night in the event, we don't need to do that.
Maybe if we just went through, you have the letter of the
I have it right in
allegation?
front of me, yes.
Okay, the manager's responsibility in the event of a disturbance or a breach, notify, I'm going briefly
Sure.
through it, notify the police department. agreeing to that?
We agree to that. There was an incident that occurred outside of the establishment. Mr. Diaz was working security. He brought the young lady into the establishment. Miss Fernandez was the bartender. She cleaned her up. They offered her an Uber. She declined the Uber. She went on her way.
Okay.
Mr. Lugo did not inform the License Commission that there was an incident, so we agree to that.
Okay.
Correct.
And there are the mitigating circumstances you are talking about as part of that, these people assisting.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
all I would say, well, we can go to the other ones and then I can.
Then the second allegation is, shall notify immediately the police department by telephone or otherwise when a violation, disturbance is taking place or about to take place on the licensed premises.
That's the one we would say it happened outside.
It
and
happened
brought her in.
outside, okay? And
And I will say, just for clarification, there was, I believe she was in some sort of conflict with someone else inside. There's actually 8 security officers like Mr. Diaz working at all times, and they brought the they separated them and brought them outside.
And then the cover charge?
The cover charge, the promoter, charged by gender. Mr. Lugo acknowledges that, knows that shouldn't happen. So we agree that that occurred.
All right. So, go ahead.
But in mitigation, I would, or if you want, if you'd like me to go into.
Let me ask the city if they want to say something first.
Sure. Mr. Chairman, I recognize, this is not the same as the previous licensee that we just had a violation hearing in front of. This is a first violation. I do think we quibble on a few factual issues, and specifically with regard to whether medical assistance was offered. Captain Peasley actually spoke with the victim at issue. He can testify. We also have one of the other officers who personally interviewed the victim who would offer conflicting statements on 2 issues. One is that I expect both of them will say that the victim said that no medical assistance was offered by the licensee. And second, that there were 2 total assaults, one that occurred outside the premises, as Mr. Occasion mentioned, and a second that occurred inside the premises. And that's the one that we're dealing with here. Captain?
Again, I spoke with her myself, and again, it is a different issue than the previous licensee, and I'll fully acknowledge that. But I just want to make sure we have the facts right, according to the victim that I spoke with personally and Officer Herrera spoke with personally. She is stating emphatically that there was an assault inside the bar where she was violently assaulted, which resulted in a very bad nosebleed, and she was not offered medical attention, but the bouncers did escort her out, and as she was leaving, the group of friends of the girl that assaulted her inside assaulted her a second time on right at the doorway of the bar. I think that's important just to make sure that we have the facts right. I want to make sure that we're not belittling what really happened. This girl was violently assaulted twice. And again, she was 18 years old. There's no proof that she was served alcohol. We're not here for that. But we're here to make sure that the facts, according to the victim, are presented to the commission right. So there were 2 assaults, one that happened inside, a second that happened outside. She ended up having to seek medical treatment. Officer can attest to that, and the injuries resulted in a concussion, if I'm not mistaken. So make sure the board has the fact.
Okay. You want to say something?
Yes, so I can. All right, I've been here too long. Not used to these long meetings, Captain Paisley. Has there been any prior problems with the? I believe how long you've been open?
So they've been open.
November 24th, so about a year and a half.
They've had over 100 events. They haven't had any issues. In fact, Mr. Lugo is diligent on sending Captain Peasley all the events that he's going to have. He reports everything and to Mr. Pyers, and they always confirm receipt. This was just a one-off that was a bad night, and now he knows what he needs to do going forward.
I'll confirm that this is the first violent incident that I've been aware of at this bar. I think the one issue that I would probably just want to stress is that prior to this cover charge incident, Mr. Pyers had notified every licensee in the city that We had noticed an uptick in different cover charges being offered by a number of different establishments in the city. And so every licensee was notified that that is an illegal activity, and yet this bar continued to do that after you as the License Commission notified him. I think that was the real egregious one in this one.
Commissioner Krieger?
A promoter is involved in this cover charge issue. Should the promoter not also be visiting us?
Believe we changed that somewhat, that we're supposed to, the establishment is supposed to notify us that they are using a promoter.
Which he does.
Which he does. Yeah, it was changed because you and I were on the board with the promoter.
Yeah.
There were requirements that they come in and present their case to us, but that was done away with in a change of rules.
But in this case, the promoter is involved in the cover charge issue. So, yeah, I agree. Mr. Lugo is ultimately responsible, but the promoter bears some responsibility.
Right.
Like, Ken, does the promoter come under, any of our, promoter come under our control?
No, only that the establishment is to notify us that they are using a promoter.
The chairman's correct.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so, if I can just finish up, my thoughts are, you see how serious we take this. Obviously, tonight showed that. I commend you. There hasn't been any problems. It doesn't seem like the police have a lot of issues with you, because then we'd be having a different conversation. But I don't know what the board members want to do, but I'm willing to, if counsel, as long as your client gets it, and
I think he does.
We don't want to see him again.
No, and I will, he has, every night he has, any night that he's open, and he has 18 and 21 events, and I know from representing the former, the person that was just here in front of you prior, that's a major thing in front of this commission. He hasn't had any issues. He has 8 security guards. He has 4 bartenders. They have a system where they don't serve underage. They have the bar roped off, and you have to go through once you get into the place, then you have to go through the bouncer to get actually into the bar. So he is cognizant, and he knows now that he's got to check everything that the promoter is sending out.
Okay, I'll let my other commissioner, I would make a motion that we place it on file without a fine. Is that how we would do it? Place it on file without finding, but that's something we could use later on, right? Correct? Well,
you would have
if
to
it happened
find-
again in 2 weeks, can we?
So the commission would have to vote to find that a violation occurred first.
Oh, okay.
And then if the commission votes to find that a violation occurred, then the commission could vote to place the matter on file, and then that decision could later be used in future proceedings. So if that's the direction it would go, we would have to-
I would go with just a warning, so place it on file without a finding right now. I would make that motion.
Did you second?
I'm
It's
sorry.
seconded by Commissioner Krieger. To place it on file without a finding. It will be part of the process forever. And our word to you means more to us than what's in that file without a finding. We'll remember that we have talked to you earnestly, and your lawyer has, I know, talked to you earnestly about making sure there's no further problems with this. And if you do come back, then, as I said, we have a memory of talking to you. Okay. Roll call?
Commissioner Donahue.
Yes.
Commissioner Krieger.
Yes.
Commissioner Mercier.
Yes.
Commissioner Tang.
Yes.
Commissioner Underwood.
Yes.
5 in favor, none opposed. Motion carries.
Thank you, members of the commission.
Good luck.
Have a good night. Thanks.
Number 8.
Last is a request for a public hearing regarding an application by On the Bun LLC, doing business as On the Bun, to alter the licensed premises of the Wines and Malt Beverages Restaurant license for 120 to 122 Merrimack Street to be held at the May 28th, 2026 License Commission meeting.
So moved.
Second?
No, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Move adjournment.
Move adjournment by Commissioner Krieger, second by Commissioner Tang. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
This is a record.
This is the longest in a couple of years.
Yeah, by the way.